How will destinations operate after Corona? We're a social enterprise and work in collaboration with the UNWTO. And our goal is to keep more tourism spent in destinations, to enable destinations and their businesses for a sustainable tourism development. And with sustainable in this case, we mean economical sustainable. This is the key. As I said, we are a social enterprise and we very much focused on the impact we can achieve through tourism in destinations. And what we do is we democratize technology that otherwise only the big guys can afford. And we make it inclusively available to all the emerging small, medium and independent hospitality and tourism businesses in various destinations around the world. There are 2 million hospitality and tourism businesses around the world. In the past, their business has been easy. They needed to deal with a number of tour operators and DMCs, and the hotel was filled with people. But that world has changed. And it hasn't only changed through Corona, it has already changed like 5 to 7 years ago. The world has become overwhelmingly complex. Hundreds of platforms, extranets, websites, usernames, passwords, processes, policies to deal with. It's overwhelmingly complex. Who can cope with that? And we can imagine there is more disruption to come to the industry, whether it is from Google, as we have seen already for the couple of years in the past. But also Amazon is looking forward, entering the travel industry. And I believe that Corona is a big catalyst for that kind of disruption. Then Thomas Cook has folded, but the brand has been bought by the Chinese and they will bring it together with Ctrip and Alibaba and eventually come back as a new OTA, which will change the market again. Large tourism companies such as TUI are more aggressive with their vertical integration. So they vertically integrate into the destination, directly connect to the suppliers, which means the DMC as we know it will change. But most of them are overwhelmed with all this growing complexity and the ever faster change of technology. That's why only 15% of them use technology to actually run their business and having a digital presence that provides what the customer actually wants. Many of the emerging small, medium, and independent hospitality and tourism businesses are run by non-hoteliers. They haven't been professionally trained. They from some other business areas and they love what they do. But they're also not digital and IT geeks in many cases, and they're not very much tech-savvy people. Now, they end up running their business on pen and paper, Excel, and Outlook. By doing so, they're not participating in the digital travel world. That's where their customers are. And they're losing out business opportunities, not only for themselves, but for the entire destination. And they have become dependent on either traditional and no longer sustainable value chains or few market-dominating online travel agents. Now, they give away 60 to 80% of their profits to those value chains. 60 to 80% of the profit go to those value chains overseas, feeding the shareholders, but do not contribute to the destination. That's money not contributing to the businesses, to the people, to the communities, to prosperity, and to enable sustainable tourism in such a destination. Plus, they give away customer ownership because those platforms own the customer and they use all their data to make marketing towards them to get more revenue out of them. So hospitality and tourism providers in destinations have become henchmen and commodity for those platforms. In Africa, we call that colonialism 3.0. We've got to change that. So let's have a quick look how that looks like. This is the worst case scenario where the rate is €100, you take VAT off, and then you have a commission of 18% to an OTA, and then you have a loyalty program towards the customer, makes them eligible for 10% discount, and then they have a preferred supplier program that gets them another 10%, and all of a sudden you pay $38 out of the 100 towards your distribution platform. Now add the credit card, and then your actual cost of the bed night to provide linen and towels and stuff and amenities, you're ending up with the $13, whereby the platform has made more money with that booking than you, the owner of this property, running the business. That got to change. Look at this versus direct. So the same $100, the VAT, the marketing budget, we calculated in the cost of the bed night and the gross profit. It's quite different. At the same time, the destination and those businesses no longer have control on their visibility, reputation, communication, and distribution. It's all given up to the platforms. That is not sustainable. And with sustainable, I mean it's economically not sustainable. But we believe economical sustainability is the foundation and the key for any other sustainability aspects, such as social, environmentally, ecologically, and so forth. If I cannot achieve economic sustainability, I don't even think of all the other aspects of it, because I don't have the means and funds. So what could be a solution? It's a supply-side platform that seamlessly integrates all the products, accommodation, activities, car rental, so all the suppliers and a destination, but also all the local tour operators creating itineraries for their customers, and a destination portal that gives holistic access to everything tourism in the destination. And then we connect to other platforms as well. That's the Rainmaker Destination Network, an open platform and an ecosystem for an entire destination. It's been based on the needs of destinations, looking at it entirely from the supply side, and all its hospitality and tourism businesses. We're not consumer focusing whatsoever. And we democratize technology because we scale the technology for the many small, medium, emerging hospitality and tourism businesses. And by doing so, we can provide that either as a freemium or very low cost alternative. And we make it inclusively and pervasively available to destinations, tourism authorities and associations, or then to the hospitality and tourism businesses. This is how it looks like. So we talk about content, all the content you have in a hotel, you know, your descriptions, your amenities, your facilities, content you have an activity provider, your itinerary, your experience, and so forth. But then also the property and activity management systems to run your reservations, allocate your rooms, check-in, check-out customers, running invoices and payments, so forth, and reputation. So scanning all your reviews from all different platforms, analyze them and give you a good idea of where you're at and what you need to improve. And then the distribution and revenue management. All of that is holistically integrated into a single platform, which is open for every stakeholder in the destination to access. And then on the other side, you see the local tour operators are integrated with their own websites and with their own infrastructure, local online travel agents, local online tour operators, a destination portal that spans the umbrella for everything tourism, And then we have other means and ways to connect everybody else who is interested to connect. Now, if we look at it from another perspective, you see that we work in 5 different tiers. So 5 different levels of enablement. In tier number 1, we enable all the products, accommodations, activities, car rental in the destination. So we make sure they have a proper visibility, a proper website with booking capabilities, reputation management, communication and advertising, and the property management or activity management systems in place to manage online inventory, online booking, and online payments. Now, once this is done and they are visible, the customer has the first channel to deal directly with the destination and get, according to the traveler mental model, their dreaming, their planning, and their booking done on the website directly with the supplier. Now then we take all this content and all this business transactions like availability and rates and this to the local tour operators, and we aggregate all of that into the local tour operators' visibility and websites. Now they got the same capabilities now than an online travel agent got. Now the difference is, and the competitive advantage is, they got the in-depth destination knowledge. They know what to do, what not to do, where to go, where not to go, how far it is, and so forth. So they provide tailor-made itineraries. They provide personal services. Now combine that with the ability to provide instant gratification on their website, it's a powerhouse. So we enable them with a real competitive advantage. Now, if you look at tier 3, we then take all the supplier and all the local tour operators with their itineraries and expose that on the destination portal. And the destination portal is everything about tourism in that entire destination. And it's usually driven by the DMO, the local tourism authority, and it's, marketed globally to the world. So that's the window to the destination. Now, what we have achieved here is that whenever a supplier is changing a rate or a description, it's already changed on the local tour operator's website. It's already changed on the destination portal. There is no redundancy. Everything is seamlessly integrated. And the big thing is, all these websites from the suppliers, the local tour operators, and the destination portal are heavily interlinked amongst each other. So they all participate from their own search engine optimization juice. They all participate when the destination portal is actively marketed from that traffic. Most importantly, now the customer has 3 different ways of having easy business with the destination, dreaming, planning, and booking, by either going to the product or a local tour operator or the destination portal and book direct to keep more tourism spend in the destination, which then enables economic sustainability. Now, obviously, we're not in an island, and we connect to other platforms as well, such as Google Hotel, which is a direct booking. It costs money, but much less than OTAs. And then we connect to direct booking platforms that do not take commissions from the destination and its suppliers, but rather from the customer. And then if needed, we can connect to any other global platform to get exposure from that channel. And then we can manage the distribution accordingly. This is how the ecosystem is seamlessly integrated, creating benefits for all the suppliers, the local tour operators, and the destination in general. Now, we also build capacity through masterclasses and education in the destinations because we want this platform to be onboarded, operated, supported, and maintained in the destination self-sustainably. And the entire thing comes as a freemium business model for the hospitality and tourism providers, meaning as long as it contributes to the destination to keep more tourism spend in the destination, the core applications are for free. And for the tourism authorities, we provide a public-private partnership. So we create a joint venture, a public-private partnership with tourism authorities or tourism associations or other entities, and then we bring in the technology, we bring in the capacity building, we bring in the know-how and the processes to onboard and make this platform pervasively available in the destination to build this ecosystem within a 1 year, 2 years time frame, depending on the size of the destination. Therefore, it's very affordable and it's very easy to deploy. Now, on top of that, you have the 5 stages of success, because now we need to gain back the control on all the visibility, reputation, communication, and distribution to keep more tourism spend in the country. And all of that is aligned to the UNWTO digital transformation strategy. And it contributes to some important sustainability goals. And also we contribute to the agenda for Africa. So what did we achieve? So far, we have built ecosystem for 28,000 businesses in 25 countries. We achieved 24 million image and 360 virtual tour views, addressing the dreaming of the customer, of which we generated 23 million business views. So when people looked at the actual hospitality or tourism businesses, and out of that, 1.1 million conversions into bookings. 135% more bookings at local tour operators. Here the money is entirely being kept in the country. 212% more direct bookings with the supplier, activity or hospitality. Money entirely kept in the country. Our partners are Google in many different ways. We work with the UNWTO. We startup partner of Amadeus and the World Tourism Forum in Lucerne. We have achieved some awards, HSMAI in New York in 2018, World Tourism Forum in Lucerne in 2018, and the African Tourism Leadership Forum in 2019, achieved for the impact we have created for such destinations. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you for that very informative presentation. We are now open for questions. While waiting for questions, do you want to add any more words regarding that?
If there is no further questions, I can only say that we just have put out a new version which is focused on rapid recovery from corona measurements and focusing on creating more resilience and getting more independent from market dominating platforms. So we also are able to rapidly deploy a destination with like 1,000 hospitality and tourism businesses within a week to fulfill that goal to rapidly recover. If there is any other questions, then I'm happy to answer those.
I think all the questions are already answered during the presentation. If you want to connect more with Sir Thomas Mueller, you can reach him directly. You can visit his virtual booth at the arena, or you can send him a direct message.
No further questions? Then thank you very much for your time. And thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much for joining us in this session. Thank you so much, sir, for your time, for speaking in our Think Global conference.
Thank you and have a nice session ahead.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.